So, as I mentioned before, when I have like my weight or anything that's outside of, not anything, when my weight is beyond the chart or the graph that I made. So, for example, here, let me go to more current one. Yeah, that's current. So this goes up to only 106 pounds, 106 pounds. So if my weight goes beyond that, then I actually write it down um, in the meal section right here, just so I have that data available. So this is like Sunday the 22nd, and then what I put for Sunday the 22nd is that's how I drew it. Like it's up beyond the chart. But so I would jot that down here. This one is 105.8. I technically could have put it here, but I don't know why I went over. I thought I had the wrong scale there, but that's an oopsie right there. But yeah, just wanted to share that that's what I do. And then the next section is my weeklies. So this has, is it my weeklies? We did that, oh, this month. So here it is. So the month section that's from the journey planner is actually where I did my planning for the month, like future planning ish. Sometimes it's memory keeping if there's like a big event. But usually when people visit or if there's like vacations, and I did some color coding here. I had that for my prior journals where, you know, an icon or something, a mark delineates, let's say this was for probably, oh, I had Bible study fellowship every Thursday night at 5. So that's why there's the slash mark there. But since I honestly don't have a lot of activities because of being on chemo, and then also in the summer, I dropped off from using this in that way and focused it more on when I had my chemo and chemo related things. So for example, I started chemotherapy in April, and so every time I had this red dot sticker is when I would need to get my blood drawn before the actual chemo day. And then the yellow dots are when I would have to inject myself with GCSF, which is to help increase my white blood cells. And then this dark one is the blue would be when I had to reorder my prescriptions to get more GCSF syringes. So that's kind of how I did that. So you could see that here. And so I actually did my month in review, let's say my month reflections, in these little boxes outside in the border. I thought it would be a cute way to kind of do the month in review and answer some questions, like my wins or what I learned, how I felt physically, emotionally, or mentally that month, what I spent most of my month doing. So yeah, and I thought that looked cute and a pretty fun and functional way to decorate my monthly pages. And each month I framed the theme for the month from the Coffee Monsters Co. So I did that on the lower left hand corner. I thought that's cute way to decorate. Obviously, I did not do any month in review questions or didn't answer any of them in April in the thick of chemo, or May. I think I just pretty much was too, I don't know, was not in the mood, I guess, to do any journaling or be in my planner much. But it's cute that I still have these, Post-its. They're very helpful to kind of decorate even if it's blank. So I like that. And then in June, I picked it back up again. Yeah, June was a great month for me, being back in my planner, and also July as well. So I've set up my July monthly. That's the theme there. And yeah, so that's what these monthly pages are for. And then from the monthly pages, we moved on to the weekly pages. So let's move on. So in the beginning of the year, I did this type of layout, which is similar to my 2023 weekly dashboard, or pretty much it is like my weekly dashboard in 2024. Did I say 2023? I meant 2024. And it's worked really well, as you can see, and I love it. I renumbered the time here, so that the bottom half of the page can be for tasks and other things, but the time blocking is up top, the top half. So I did that, and these consistency scores are from from the habits, the calculation. So every week I tally it up, add it all up, and then do the average, and get a percentage of it. So then I would put, that week score of consistency in here. And this is pretty much just decorative. So I'll just do a flip through. Sometimes sometimes I did the week in review here, like this week, what am I grateful for, what's been working this week, what do I want to do next week, how I'm feeling, the weekly highlights. So I did that for a few weeks. And then this one did not have time to do it, so I just put a quote there or a verse. Did the same here. I actually did a week in review, but I thought this was cute and I covered it. I did another week in review in this format, which I liked. This was a packing list that I made, and then the week's highlight and what I'm grateful for that week. So again, this is a B6 size, and using vertical weeklies, there's a lot that we can do in a vertical weekly, and this has been very helpful as a layout, especially with a lot of tasks and being busy. So yeah, was on holiday that day. Didn't do anything there, but it's cute. So this is when I started my double mastectomy surgery. I had that on the 27th of February. And so I was recovering. And here what did I do? I use it as a kind of a health tracker where the yellow, I believe, was, what was it? Here it is. What I took in terms of, okay, I took Tylenol. I think the colors are almost the same, but the yellow is for ibuprofen. And then the lighter pink is Tylenol. And then if I took Tylenol and ibuprofen at the same time, it was the darker color. Again, I don't think you could really tell. And then I had to measure the drains that came out of the left and right side. And so I used two different color fountain pens to delineate how much fluids were in the drains, since I had to record that. So that's what I use this weekly spread for during that recovery time, because why not? I did not have any tasks to do other than to rest. And so this was, a good way of memory keeping. And then I came back to work. And so I again did the time blocking and dashboard tasks. I had a trip that I went to. I need to put a sticker on that. And then again, just covered this up with a nice quote, because I didn't have time to do a weekly review. Did the same here. I actually like this. So I put the backdrop a washi from the Coffee Monsters Co. and then put a quote in front of it. I think it looks cute. I like this spread a lot, actually. And April is my MT month. Starts to be, as I mentioned before, starting chemo. I pretty much fell off of doing any planning because I was just not in the mood to do anything. I was very fatigued. Writing was difficult. So April and May are my dry months. And then I started to do something different in May. So in May, I started to, hold on, zooming in and out. Let's see. So in May is when I combined my planner, my Sterling Ink Common Planner and the Journey Planner, because it just got too much and I wanted to be consistent, but I didn't want anything too difficult that would just hinder me from doing anything at all. So I decided to use the weekly pages here to track when I woke up and when I slept and when I ate and when I walked. So I had that previously in my Sterling Ink Common Planner, my health planner, in the beginning of the year. So I decided to do away with that and just do that here. And did my planning in the dailies, and I'll get to that as well. But basically, what I do here is the circles in blue is when I wake up or when I go to bed. So the start of my sleep, and then I sleep, and then I wake up that morning. Well, obviously that morning, but that's the time. And then when I eat, and if I napped, you could see that here. And then this blue line, I just basically, because I want to know, what's my eating window. Since I somewhat do intermittent fasting, so ideally my goal is to have like an eating window of less than 10 hours on a daily basis. So that kind of tells me, if I did or not. And then when I actually had when I break my fast, and when when I finished my meal. So what's important in the first part, I guess, in the earlier part is the start. So it's important that I look at the clock. I'm like, okay, what time am I starting to eat? But then at the end of the day, what's more important is when was my last bite? Like, I stopped eating at 9 that day. I don't necessarily take the whole hour to eat, but the icons take up that much, take up 4 grid lines or grid spaces. So I just kept it consistent, but it's more about the start and end times that's important. And in the middle, is if I have another meal, obviously, to mark it. Again, more of the start time at that point versus the end time. I hope that makes sense. And then I use the sneaker icon to just delineate when I took walks outside. Napped a lot on Tuesday the 10th. Oh, here I forgot to put the feasting window color, the blue. But yeah, so actually I liked doing this. I've been pretty regular with tracking this. So that's today's. I think if I remember correctly, I ate at 1 o'clock. That was the first time I ate anything today. So I want to do this next year as well in the planner. So I have some ideas for that, and I'll show you guys what that would look like. I'm still trying to figure it out. I could technically split my page into, something like this, like renumber the times, and then make this the time blocking health tracker thing like this, so it's not a full page, and I can use the bottom half to do something similar like this as well. So I have a dashboard. Might be something that I will do next year, or if I have a lazy week without needing to do the tasks or anything like that, I could just do a full week like so. It will depend on how I feel, but I definitely think this is valuable for me. It'd be cool too if I wanted to mark. I haven't been reading a lot, but if I wanted to track and have habit of like reading every night for an hour or something, I could put like a reading emote, mini sticker or book or something, and put that in there, and it'll help to track if I actually did read that day. But yeah, so that's the idea. And what I found helpful since getting back into my planner, is actually decorating for the month in advance. So this is what it looks like without the pen. I've decorated it already, and it just helps me to want to get into it right away and not procrastinate. I think when I do it week by week, I end up not using it or doing it very late, planning very late, and I didn't like feeling like I had to catch up. Felt counterproductive. So I think moving forward, at least I do it month by month for the majority, and maybe even the whole year. Like I have it in, what is it? Yeah, like this was very nice to be able to decorate till I was finished, and just motivates me to use it. Anywho, now we get to the dailies. Oh yeah, this was the December. So yeah, like I said, I used this December 2025 and just switched it to December 2024 and used it last year. So that's what it looked like when I started using it. And then this is January. So we're in the dailies, and I'm just gonna do a flip through. I did a lot of, I think pictures really help. This one, doing something like this to decorate when I didn't enter or do any journaling is nice as well. I like it, but it does take time. So I don't always have time to decorate, but when I do, it's fun. So earlier in the year, I did kind of icons to show, like when I did, what do you call it? A daily review, like overall, how do I feel today? I'm grateful for, today's wins, the one thing that made today better. So I did icons like that. And it was fun. I think I did an empty just sticker page day here. The layout on these ones is appointments. I did a triangle key here, and then tasks. I just did an open circle and crossed it off as I'm done. So that worked out. I kind of liked how I did that there. Oh, I use these little stickers to make notes of what I learned about chemo and all the other things. Here's February. So this was wonderful news when my MRI was all normal. My friend came over and we tested inks, and she shared them with me. That was really fun. So I like sometimes when I don't have time to write, you know, and just have pictures, I put them in there and then leave spaces like this to, if one day I either want to write a quote or remember and actually write the memory, if I have time. But in any case, at least it's there and decorated somewhat, so you could see all these potential captions that can be put in. It's my fan bam. My surgeon and my plastic surgeon. That was my day, the day I came back, or the day I had my double mastectomy with immediate reconstruction, and I came home that same day. And then the start of everybody, the meal ministry starting the day before. So I'm thankful for everyone who's literally on a daily basis delivered meals while I was recovering. And they delivered more than just meals, flowers and cards. It's super cute. I'm so grateful. Grateful memories. I think this was the first day I took a walk after my surgery. Yeah, I didn't have, it's hard to write because I had T-Rex arms, so I didn't do a lot of, or any writing while I was recovering, I think. So this was the women's retreat. They were all at the retreat and they FaceTimed me and sent me well wishes, wishing I was there, and wrote an encouragegram for me. They made a quilt for me. It's just really, really nice. Wonderful memories. Oh, these were the drains that I was talking about that I had to measure. So this was my first post-op appointment or follow-up. It was a cute card that my friend sent me and some goodies, some care packages. Oh, this is the book that I liked about fasting, Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mindy Peltz. So I want to get back to that and actually do structured fasting, especially in 2026. This was when I got my port placed. It's right here. There's a device here in on my chest, and when my daughter turned 15. Woohoo! And here's April, when I shaved my head, my hair chopped off, everything, styled my wig. And then the first day of chemo on April 3rd. And then this one is a mission to Mexico. I basically documented my daughter's journey, even though I wasn't there. But it was good memory since it's her first time. Oh, and this is my friend Heather sent me a big care package all the way from Florida. And so I really appreciate that and kind of want to remember it. And my lazy day. I didn't journal much. I think I was like binge watching Suits or something. Easter. Yep. Empty days. April was a lot of blank days. Same goes for May. Yep. Blank, blank, blank. Nothing, nada. And then I did one entry because it was a special chemo day. My sister and my cousin-in-law came. And so and it was my last cycle of adriamycin and cyclophosphamide. The red devil is goodbye, last one. So I was really happy about that. So wanted to make sure it's there, but then nothing the rest of the time. I got a little bit, I wanted to start journaling and I did, but I think I got annoyed with the ink, with this ink here, the brown one, that it was like super dry, didn't flow very well. So yeah, that wasn't, it demotivated me. So there you go. More blank days. And then on 26th, I had fun organizing my medicine cabinet. So I was very proud of myself that day. So I did that. And then I got the great idea to do, to change my layout and make it a horizontal layout like this instead of a portrait layout, especially on the right hand side of the page, because it gets really annoying for me because when I actually write like this. So yeah, like this. And this flap would like go, I need to like hold it to my chest like this and it would drop. I just write sideways. So I can't write straight. Like I can't do this. I would have to like tilt my book this way to write. And it's fine if it's on the left side of the page, but when it comes to this side of the page, it gets in my way. So that gets really annoying. So I'm like, hey, what about if I make it horizontal? And that would never have to be an issue because this isn't in my way. And if I did it this way, it's also not in my way. If I write it up here, it's not in my way. So I started doing that. And so we'll do that flip through. So here, did that. And I kind of like this because for some reason, like I'm able to do this side more of like a list type thing for like appointments or my tasks, my to-do list. And then this side where I write more is where I journal. So yeah, I like it. And I've been pretty consistent so far with this. Here's June. Obviously I did this vertical or portrait layout for consistency. Missed a few days. But yeah, it's been pretty fun to like draw the borders in these layouts. And I'm less concerned or have less issues about white space for some reason in this layout. I just find it easier to figure out how I want to decorate or do things. Oh, I'm missing a picture here. I'm waiting for my sister to send it to me so I could print it out and put it in here, but it was Father's Day, and we celebrated it together. I had blank space here, so I just put this notepad type whatever here in case I wanted to write anything or just leave it like that. I spelled this wrong. I missed a letter. Oh well. It was a fun day visiting my friends in Santa Cruz. This one, I just felt wow, feeling miserable. And then, yep, I did the cupping or coining type thing. That helped a lot. Painful, but well worth it. I had this, my friend Carrie texted me and she said, I just heard a line and thought of you. And she said, God gives his biggest battles to his biggest soldiers. So I love that. It was very motivational and encouraging. And then I karaoke'd with my dad. That was fun. And then we're in July. Got my nails done. And that was my most recent chemo. felt like dressing up that day. This was 4th of July. And a random day. And here I am. I used this prompt for my daily review. And so I'm planning to do that. I'm a day behind. I need to do that for yesterday. My daughter made a delicious mac and cheese. So I have a lot there. And then this is today. I did some list here. And then I'm gonna journal. And then hopefully be ready to set up for tomorrow. So anyway, that is my flip through of my planner so far. Thank you for hearing me out for quite a while blabbing. I hope you find some inspirational ideas for your journal, for your planner. Let me know in the comments what your favorite spread is, and if you have any questions that I can answer, or anything that you would want me to share in future videos. Thanks so much, everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.